Figure it out.
Hello, this is Adam Koralik with Figure It Out Productions. The following video is part of our Quick Shoot series.
Hey guys, it's Adam here. I just recently learned something pretty awesome and I want to share it with all of you. Now, this is the Sega Genesis Sega CD 32X combo. This is specifically the Model 1 version with the Model 1 Genesis, Model 1 Sega CD 32X. Model 2 version with Model 2 Genesis, Model 2 Sega CD. This is the Sega CD X, which is a Sega CD and a Genesis in one unit. This is a JVC XI, which is also a Sega CD and Genesis in one unit. Now, the biggest problem that I think we all know with these combinations are these giant power supplies, and the fact that the 32X needs one, the Genesis needs one, the Sega CD needs one. Same deal here. In these cases, you had the Genesis and the Sega CD all powered by one thing, but if you wanted to add the 32X, you're back to two power supplies. Same with the JVC XI. And that sucks. Now, I think we all kind of remember the AVGN's video on why the 32X was stupid, and et cetera, and how that was just a ridiculously bad design. Honestly, he was right. That is a bad design. Especially if you're the kind of guy who wants to play Slam City with Scottie Pippen on the Sega CD 32X combo. It's kind of ridiculous that you got to play with three power supplies. Okay, no one's really playing this game, but the point is, it's ridiculous that if I want to play any of this stuff, I really have to get out all these power supplies. Fortunately, it's been solved. This has actually been solved. This is a package I got just recently from Retro Game Cave. Now, this is a company based out of Minnesota. Minnesota is part of the United States, for people not in the US. These sell out really, really fast. And I'm just going to go ahead and open this up, and we will talk about, well, I think you guys kind of get a sense of where we're going with this. But let's just rip this open here and open up inside. Little order confirmation thing, some bubble stuff. We'll pour this all out here. Here's what we have. We have the Sega Trio M1. Now, what this essentially is a single power supply that will work on the Sega Genesis, Sega CD, Sega 32X combo. It is smaller than the official unit and will power all three at the exact same time. Think about that for a moment. Now, this one is specifically designed for this combination of the 32X, which is always the same. There's no version of the 32X that uses a different type of power supply. However, the Genesis Model 2 and the Sega Genesis Model 1 use different power supplies. The Sega CD, on both cases, uses the same one. So basically what I'm saying is you have to make sure you buy the version that is correct for your setup. Now, I decided that I wanted to go with this setup as opposed to this one. They have other combinations in case you're interested. They have, if you just want the 32X and the Genesis, or if you just want the Genesis and the Sega CD. If you want one that works with the Sega CDX and the 32X, they have that as well. Basically, most combinations out there that are possible, they have something like this for. I will provide a link in the description because I think everyone out there who is a Sega fanatic needs to know about this. I cannot wait to try this out and just have one power cable to fuel all three of these things.
So there, guys, you can see the Sega CD all powered up and the Genesis powered up. Hopefully that shows up there. Now, the 32X, of course, has no LED on it, but it has power as well. And it's through this one magical cable. Look at this. All set up. Now, this bottom one, the one that goes into the Sega CD, actually says CD on it, so you can't screw that up. And the one that fits in the Genesis obviously goes in the Genesis, and the one that fits in the 32X goes in the 32X. And it's here. I'll even look at this. Look, this is the one cable. This is powering the light that you're seeing, but this is powering the Sega Trio M, and it goes around, and it's all one freaking cable. I can't even express how awesome this is. Now, granted, this isn't going to be used to play things like Scottie Pippen's whatever. I love you, Scottie Pippen, Chicago Bulls fan right here. But this is just generally awesome because now if I get a new 32X or Sega CD game, I don't have to bring them out and set it all up and everything. I can just leave this configured. Especially, hopefully you guys saw my SCART to HDMI video I did a little while back. Having that hooked up along with one power supply, the Genesis 32X CD combo will never have been easier and better. I can't recommend this enough. This thing was like $25 plus shipping. Sounds a little pricey, I know, but when you think about the amazing convenience of that, you know, dude, I gotta recommend it. I'm looking forward to playing with it some more and really trying it out, but I mean, in the time I've had it, I have noticed that it does not get anywhere near as warm as the actual official Sega brand ones, which is really cool. I actually really only have one criticism of it, which is I don't know why they decided to still give us a power brick at the end. I really wish that this had been designed more like a laptop power supply, you know, where the power brick is in the middle and then you have just the standard cables on the other end. There must be some reason for that, although I'm not an electrical engineer, so I don't pretend to know what it is. But that would have been really nice if they had done that. Other than that, I gotta say this thing is fantastic and is a must-have for retro gamers. And just depending on your combination. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and, this isn't as important, but I'm going to go ahead and show it hooked up with a Model 2 Genesis just so you guys can see it in action. Now, of course, I'm using, like I said before, this is the Model 1 Genesis and it is not compatible with the Model 2 Genesis, the smaller version of the Genesis. If you have that, you have to buy the appropriate cable, okay? Now, I have it all configured here, as you can see. Sega CD powered, Genesis powered, 32X powered. And I'm just going to go ahead and turn it on. As you can see, the Genesis lights up, then the Sega CD lights up. It's awesome. It's amazingly reliable. Now, I mean, what else can I say? This is amazing that this dude was able to make these. He did right what Sega failed to do right in the 90s. One cable for all of these things. It really is amazing. I highly recommend this to any American or Canadian. As for Europeans, Australians, etc., you guys might have a tougher time getting this to work. I'm assuming you would have to get power adapters of some sort. You'd have to ask the dude on the website. I really couldn't tell you exactly how to go about doing that. But at least with Americans and Canadians, I definitely recommend this. This is awesome to have, you know, the Megazord of game consoles have one power supply. It really is. So that's really about it. And I just want to say thank you guys for watching. And oh, actually, there is one more thing. These things sell out really quick, apparently. You know, so the guy puts these up on pre-orders and then they sell out like immediately. So be aware of that. Keep an eye out if you decide you want one of these. In fact, after I pre-ordered it, like sold out like almost maybe like an hour after that. It really didn't take very long. He shipped it to me relatively quickly, so yeah, you know, it didn't take too long to get here, and thus far, I gotta be honest, it really is doing everything it says it's gonna do, so I really look forward to being able to use this in the future. So again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all later.